Now, First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rachel Coulter.
And our first alert continues as we are tracking more rain. We've seen so much of it here over the past few days. It just continues to filter through. Haven't had much of a pattern change yet, but that will arrive later on this week and on into the weekend. Just looking at looping radar here over the past 6 hours or so, and you can see some of the rain that moved through earlier this morning with that next round that's moving through as we speak. I did want to at least mention how much rainfall we've seen. Look at some of the local gauges so far, and some of the highest totals have been in parts of Mecklenburg and York counties, and this is where I've seen some of those totals over the past 48 hours alone, in between 4 to 7 inches of rain. We've seen some of that in southwestern portions of York County especially. So I've seen a lot of rainfall. Any additional rain is certainly going to add insult to injury, so be careful getting out on the roadways, especially in southern Mecklenburg County. If you're tuning in for the first time, I was mentioning it before, we had flash flood warnings in place in this area yesterday, then a flood advisory that extended well into the evening, especially in between Pineville Matthews Road down towards 45 from the Arboretum and down towards Ballantyne. And this area is picking up some more rain, so just be cautious getting out on the roadways. Avoid any water that may be ponding there. But this is now lifting to the north and east. We have heavier downpours from Union County stretching down into parts there of Lancaster County and Chesterfield County. This is all moving north and east at about 20 miles per hour. So if it all holds together, continues at the same speed, Wadesboro could see some impacts by 1:10, Albemarle by 1:19, Rockingham by 2 o'clock. So we're expecting rain in our area, at least for some of our eastern counties, through the afternoon hours before we catch a little bit of a break. Could we see some additional development of a few showers and storms later on today? Totally a possibility, but at least this main round of rain is going to be pushing out of the area. This pattern, this setup that we have in place with high pressure anchored to the north and east, the stalled front to our south, winds out of the north and east banking up against the mountains, keeping us trapped in this what we would call wedge or cold air damming with all of the cloudiness and the rain. It has not moved at all. It will eventually. What we're watching, we finally have development of an area of low pressure right off the east coast. We've been talking about this over the past couple of days, and there is a medium threat of tropical development. We could actually have a tropical depression. Aaron, the next name on the list if it makes it to tropical storm status, and that could develop by the time we get towards the weekend. It's not looking likely that we see impacts here at home, but certainly some rain, at least in the eastern parts of the Carolinas, possible. But we are just now going to be really honing in on that forecast now that we're getting these rounds of rain out of the areas. Check back in for frequent forecast updates. It's still 69 degrees right now in Rock Hill. That's about as high as we made it yesterday. 69 degrees at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. It was the coolest high temperature on record for yesterday at history at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. I do think temperatures warm up a little bit more from here. There's a little bit of clearing out to our west, so I think we make it at least into the 70s as we get into the afternoon hours, especially once this round of rain moves out towards the east. And then we're on our way to the 80s. We're expecting the upper 70s by Thursday, low 80s by Friday, mid 80s by the time that we get towards the weekend. And a few showers and storms will be possible on our Thursday and Friday. I know we've got the Charlotte FC game, we've got the Panthers game. That'll be something that we keep a close eye on, but certainly not looking as widespread as what we've had here the past couple of days. And a few of those showers and storms will carry on over into the weekend. And then by next week, the end of the 7-day forecast, 90-degree temperatures, which is where we should be this time of year, are back in the forecast.